Welcome. Thanks for joining me today. My name is Pastor Dana Blouch-Hanson, and I am one of the assistants to the bishop here in the Lower Susquehanna Synod. One of my roles on Synod staff is to be your fearless assembly manager. I created this video to help you be prepared for our upcoming Synod Assembly. Our assembly will be held digitally using the Zoom large meeting platform. You will want to familiarize yourself with Zoom if you haven't already. First, I want to talk about screen views. There are speaker and gallery. Instead of looking at many black boxes with people's names on them, you will want to change your view to speaker view. You can do this at the upper right-hand corner of your Zoom screen. There are times when we'll spotlight the speaker, but this is for everyone's convenience. Next is sound and video. We're asking all voting members to keep themselves on mute at all times. This helps ensure a proper sound experience for everyone. If you have entered a request to speak in the chat feature, you will be invited to unmute yourself when the time comes for you to speak. And you can do that at the lower left-hand corner of your screen. For video, we are also asking that you keep your video off until you're invited to speak. At that time, we will ask you to turn your video on. And keep in mind, if you're struggling to hear something or feel it's too loud, you can control your own sound with the volume controls on your device. Please take time to locate where those are. You may also opt to use headphones for the audio. You can also choose to use the closed captioning feature. During assembly, it's important for us to know who you are, so you'll want to change your name on your Zoom profile. To do so, you will click the participant button at the bottom of your Zoom screen, find your device name, click More, and underneath, click Rename and type in what you would like to show there. It would be best if you use your first and last name as you registered with us. Here you will see some different reactions in the lower part of your Zoom screen. If you click that reactions button, you will see some different things there. We may ask you to use yes and no, and we may ask you to raise your hand. And you'll see all those options there. During assembly, the chat feature is also how you will communicate with the chair of the meeting. Think of this as a digital way to approach the microphone. When entering in the chat, please use this format: your name, your congregation and its city, the action, whether it's a clarification, requesting permission to speak, to move the question, to make a motion, to second, etc. And our chat will be moderated during the entire assembly, and the moderator will be communicating those requests to the chair of the meeting. Please message the account that will be labeled co-host/moderator. During the plenary sessions, the chat will be locked down to only communicate with the host of the meeting. This is to ensure that no questions or actions are missed. If you have clarifying questions related to any of the business on the agenda, you can enter them at any time. The sooner, the better. This will allow us to address those questions promptly when the matter is on the floor and ensure nothing gets missed when we're actually at that point in the agenda. Unlike an in-person assembly, we can't actually see you walking to the microphone. Please only use the chat feature for questions related to matters of business. If you are having technical difficulties, please contact our Synod office, and our tech assistants will help you the best that they can. To leave the meeting, if you wish to leave, please feel free to exit by clicking the Leave button found at the lower right-hand corner of your Zoom screen and click the red Leave Meeting button. Please note, if you're just going to step away for a couple minutes, please do that by making sure you're muted and your camera is off. If you hit the Leave button, you'll need to be readmitted, which could cause a delay in your ability to participate. Please note, when we recess on Saturday for lunch, you don't need to leave the meeting. You can stay logged in. For balloting, we'll be using a voting service called Vbox. You're able to access this from the web, but each device can only accept 1 vote. Please make sure you download the app to your smartphone or tablet to be prepared to vote. You will receive an email around May 25th that will have the login information required for voting at our Synod Assembly. Please do not share this information and know that your votes are anonymous. This app is what we will use for our voting for Synod Council and all of our ballots. Depending on when you watch this video, you can practice voting by using the Enter Meeting ID, and that ID number is 144-211-854. If you're experiencing issues with your computer freezing up, it's likely due to an unstable internet connection. Here are a couple of tips. Connect via hardline connection and not wireless. Try moving around your location to try and find a space with a stronger signal. It's important to note each user can only be connected to one device at a time. The entire assembly will be streamed online via a website. Only voting members and special guests will be allowed into the Zoom platform. Voting member materials. This is everything you want to know about Synod Assembly and probably much more. But here are a few things to call your attention to. Check out our schedule. You'll see that check-in will open 1 hour before the start of our plenary sessions. Please plan to join early and multitask until the session starts. If you are uncomfortable with Zoom, please make sure you log in early so you have time to chat with our tech team if needed. Your login for the weekend. Each voting member will receive an email around May 25th with the Zoom links for our business days, as well as your voting information. If you don't have your link by Tuesday, May 31st, please call the Synod office or contact our registrar so we can get those to you right away. We encourage you to review voting materials like the rules of procedure, the business items, and the nominations to be prepared for our assembly. If you need help, we do have a few folks on standby all weekend to help you. Please call the Synod office and follow the prompts for tech support. We have folks who will answer and take your name, your phone number, and a brief description of your issue, and someone will return your call. Our tech team is awesome, but please know they cannot help all voting members at one time. Please be patient. Thank you for watching this video, and you're all set for our assembly. If you participated with us last year, or you're familiar with Zoom and voting, you don't need to join us for a live session of Test Your Tech on June 3rd at 4:15 p.m. But if you're uncomfortable and want to practice, then I suggest you join us. And last but not least, the coffee station is located. Oh wait, never mind. You're on your own for coffee this year. Thanks again, and I look forward to seeing you at Synod Assembly.